Just a quick note. Please excuse any pronunciation issues, as I'm Vietnamese and English isn't my first language. I'm using Google's voice reader to make sure my thoughts come across clearly. Hey everyone, today I want to tell you a story about a dream, a gamble, and one seriously expensive car. It's about a guy named Mark, a true car enthusiast with a collection already worth a staggering £7 million. Classic M3s, unique rides, the latest Lamborghinis, you name it. But something was missing, the crown jewel, a hypercar. Now, obviously, because of copyright, one can't show you the actual video clips here, so please forgive me for just painting a picture with words. You'll have to imagine the sleek lines and roaring engines yourself, or better yet, track down the original video to see it all unfold. Mark's dream wasn't just any hypercar, it was one potentially waiting for him inside the legendary Harrods in London, a place synonymous with ultimate luxury. For months, he'd scoured the UK, a £2 million budget burning a hole in his pocket, searching for the one. But there was a hitch, a problem only someone with a multi-million-pound car collection might face. His recent supercar acquisitions, while thrilling, were bleeding value in the current market. One car alone had dropped a painful £200,000. His assets were turning into anchors. To chase the hypercar dream, Mark knew he had to make a bold, almost ruthless move. Two of his prized possessions, a Lamborghini Huracan STO and a nearly new Lamborghini Revuelto, cars most people could only dream of, had to go, and fast. They were depreciating rapidly, and he needed to liquidate them for a very specific, non-negotiable sum, £700,000. The clock was ticking. The first calls to his dealer contacts brought a wave of frustration. £680,000 for both? Too low. Mark needed every penny of that $700,000. His jaw tightened. Another contact, Mark McCann over at Better Performance, suggested a slower, consignment approach, potentially more money, but weeks, maybe months, Mark didn't have. The hypercar he'd set his heart on wouldn't wait forever. You could feel the urgency radiating from him. This wasn't just about buying a car, it was about capturing a specific, elusive prize. Trading one in became a tempting, albeit less ideal, option. In a final push, Mark reached out to Lewis Reed, also from Better Performance, hoping for a breakthrough. This led him back to Mark McCann. The negotiation was tense. McCann's improved offer of £685,000 was close, tantalizingly close, but still short. Mark held his ground. You could almost picture the back and forth, the calculated weighing of values versus desire. Finally, a deal was struck, £700,000 on the nose, the exact figure Mark needed. The catch? Mark had to get the protective wrap stripped off the Revuelto himself. A small price to pay. The gamble was on. With the funds secured, the scene shifts dramatically. We're no longer in the world of tense phone calls but amidst the opulent splendor of Harrods. Mark arrives, his partner Jane by his side sharing the electric excitement. They're met by Carl from Tom Hartley Cars, the dealership uniquely situated inside Harrods. Carl doesn't just talk about cars, he talks about history. Mark, he emphasizes, this isn't just a purchase, it's the first time a car of this magnitude has ever been sold within these walls. The weight of the moment settles in. This isn't your average showroom visit. Mark and Jane are whisked away to a private penthouse suite on the top floor, an exclusive sanctuary usually reserved for Harrods' most elite clientele. Sophia, the head of client engagement, glides in to handle the transaction personally. Even amidst this luxurious bubble, Mark, ever the savvy buyer despite the millions involved, mentions running a background check using Car Vertical, ensuring his dream machine had a clean past. And then, the moment of truth. The hypercar Mark had navigated this financial tightrope for. The reason for selling two incredible Lamborghinis is revealed, a breathtaking McLaren P1. Not just any hypercar, but one of the Holy Trinity, a hybrid monster churning out 903 horsepower from its twin-turbo V8 and electric motors. One of only 375 ever made. He notes with satisfaction it was the top choice in his Instagram poll, a connection with his audience even in this deeply personal purchase. The dream was real, sitting right there. But owning it was one thing, getting it out of Harrods was another entirely. The excitement shifts to a new kind of suspense, logistical chaos. Metal detectors ripped out, the massive front doors of the iconic store physically removed. Even a priceless classic Lamborghini Miura had to be carefully maneuvered out of the P1's path. You see Dave and the Harrods team working meticulously, the stress palpable as they guide the multi-million-pound masterpiece through impossibly tight spaces. Finally, after navigating the financial hurdles and the physical maze of Harrods, Mark is behind the wheel. He successfully pilots the McLaren P1 onto the bustling streets of London, its engine a low growl against the city noise. The relief washes over him, quickly replaced by pure exhilaration. The stress melts away, leaving only the unique, electrifying feeling of driving his dream, a truly special machine, finally unleashed. The first drive is over, but Mark promises, the real test, and the next video, is just beginning.